Hey class. Okay, so I went on vacation maybe at the worst time ever. So coronavirus has changed everything. So from here on, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna meet together in YouTube videos. I'm gonna just trust that you are going to love my terrible videos and learn all kinds of stuff. And I will agree to make terrible videos for the whole rest of the year. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna send your mom out some homework and then she's gonna grade it and we'll just see what happens. If we need any help, I'm still here. I have my email, I have my text messages. Go ahead and reach out to me if you need help. I'm here for you. So here's where we are today. We just finished our test from day 5. So today we are starting the 6th day of creation. So in the 6th day, God made animals. All the creepy crawly things that crawl across the earth. So today we're going to start with some of the creepiest of the creepy crawlies. Now here's the truth. My yard doesn't have a lot of bugs. We actually hire a pest service to make sure my yard doesn't have a lot of bugs. And my house has 0 bugs because I hate bugs. But for you, one time only, I went tromping out in the woods and dug up a bunch of bugs. So I would encourage you guys to check out the bugs that live around your house, see what you guys catch. This experiment on day number 77 or day 76 is really easy. You just take a jar. You should have some jars lying around. I sent you guys home with some full of cabbage water. Use the same jar, rinse it out, dig a little hole so that the lip of the jar is right at the edge of the dirt, and then cover it up with some rocks and a piece of wood, and then rocks on top so the wood doesn't move, and see what crawls into your jar. Hopefully you'll catch something cool. I have some cool stuff in my jar, so we're gonna look at my jar together, and then you guys can email me and text me pictures of your jars at home, okay? So that is day 76, setting up the jar. Day 70, or lesson 77. Lesson 77 is looking at the critters that we have in the jar. So in my jar, I'm gonna tip you guys up. So get ready, you're gonna see some awesome ceiling shots, but hopefully you'll be able to count some legs this way. So here, if you look, the first thing right here is a beetle. And you can see, if you're looking carefully, let's see if I can get to zoom a little better. There you go. Let's see, can we clear that up? All right, we have a beetle, and our beetle has 6 legs. And I'm gonna try to hold him really still. There we go. He's kind of not happy. He's the most unhappy beetle ever. Here you go. I can touch this beetle for you. See if we can get a better picture. All right. I guess you'll just have to take my word for it because he's kind of not the happiest beetle. He doesn't want to crawl around. He doesn't want anything. Fortunately, aside from this beetle, that guy right there, that's our beetle, he has 6 legs, which identifies him as an insect. Remember how we were identifying things using our Venn diagram? One of the things that identifies a creepy crawly as an insect is identifying 6 legs. He also has 2 antennae and 3 body segments. He has like a little head. He's like a little head, and then 2 other little body segments. He's pretty cute. And he's got little antennae, but he's a very sad beetle. He's quite nearly dead. Then I have some other creepy crawlies, and these guys are all trying to be friends. They're all on top of each other. So let me see if I can separate them out a bit. So I have some more creepy crawlies. I actually managed to find you guys a centipede. Now, just like in the book on page 236, it shows you a centipede and a millipede. Let me see. I have centipedes and I have pill bugs, and my centipede and my pill bugs, they're all like attacking each other. So I'm gonna see if I can separate them. There we go. There's my centipede. So you can see my centipede. He has crazy long antennae. There he is. And he has a gob of legs. He's upside down right now. Let me see if I can flip him over so he can show you all of his cool legs. Dude, just let me flip you. There he is. Now you can see he's got a gob of legs. He's not a millipede. He is a centipede. Millipedes have hundreds of legs. Centipedes have just, tens of legs. And then next to him, we have some pill bugs. Pill bugs also have tens of legs. So if we're looking in our Venn diagrams and we're trying to identify these creepy crawlies as opposed to our insects, these are gonna be different because of the number of legs. Also the number of body segments, how their antennae are connected. There's a bunch of differences. But I found no spiders, and somehow I am not even a little bit sad about that. So I have no spiders to show you. Oh, shucks. But I have some cool creepy crawlies, and and we can look at the pill bugs and the centipede and the beetle, and they have lots of legs. Next, we're gonna look at creepy crawlies with no legs. So now we're moving on to lesson number 78. And in lesson number 78, we are covering, well, specifically worms. But while I was in my yard digging for worms, I had the really just fun joy of coming across a grub. And let me see if you can see the grub. Let's see, there we go. That's the best view of the grub. See my grub? So grubs also have no legs, but a grub is a beetle in its larva form. So he is going to change from a grub into a beetle. And right now, he's super gross. He's actually moving, which is kind of cool. The way he moves through like rippling waves through his body to cause motion, which if you guys remember back when we were talking about how creatures move under the sea, this is a pretty cool way to move and very different than we move. If you move like him, you'd have to like contract your body up and then stretch it back out. It'd be really weird. I'd probably laugh at you if I saw you moving around like that. But that's what he's doing. He's moving around here, but I've separated him from my earthworm because grubs eat worms. So they're not friends. The grub would be happy to hang out with my worm though. And then for you, I found you a worm. Now my worm is kind of little, but he works. We can see him. Let's see. We can clear up my picture of my worm. There we go. See my worm? He is just so happy to be here. If you look, we can see, we need to identify different parts of my worm. So if you look, we're going to look as close as we can, and this would be so much easier if we were just in a classroom, but we can't. If you look, let's see, there, I think we can see pretty well there. Let's clear that up. Oh, he's not a very happy worm right now. He's like, let go of me. All right, if we look at my worm definitely has segments, and see the texture of my segments? There we go. You can see the texture of my worm. He has segments, and that is, there we go. Oh, he's just gorgeous. He loves science so much, this worm. All right, he's like, please let go of me. He has segments, and he's very mobile. And then we also want to look for the catellum. And so here, if you look carefully right here, where he kind of goes from dark to light, he has a little section where the texture is very different. And that is this little worm's catellum. And he's all over trying to get away right now. Yes, this little worm feels very defensive. All right, so he has segments and a catellum. And then, oh yeah, it lets us distinguish from the front to the back of the worm. All right. So this worm, he's trying to find his home. I've taken him away. I'm gonna go return my worm back home. I encourage you guys, these first three lessons, these are some easy experiments. Finding creepy crawlies in your yard. I'm sure if you guys went out with the jars from your cabbage water experiment and went looking, I'm sure you guys can find some really impressive worms, much more impressive than my little baby worm, and find some really impressive creepy crawlies, something with maybe multiple legs, maybe a couple examples of something with only 6. See what you guys can find. You know, take some pictures. We'll share them as a class, post them together. If you guys send anything interesting, I know that I'll be showing it to Derek. So, you know, show me something cool, something cooler than what I found. Show me up. I will be emailing every week, and we'll be going through the last chapter of the book together, just like in class, except for in my kitchen. I will see you guys soon. Bye.